Okay guys, I sent about 150 pitches for an event that doesn't even exist yet. No creators, no date, no venue, just an ID and honestly, a lot of doubt. Welcome back to Building the Inner Circle Part 2. And halfway through the week, I realized that I was pitching the wrong thing and I had to pivot fast. So today I'm going to share what I have actually been doing the last few weeks to build the inner circle, and not the polished version, of course, but the real thing. Mid-January, I didn't jump straight into budgets or logistics, but I wrote out for myself what this event actually means to me, what this is, what I want creators and women in general to feel after they left this event, after they had this experience with a lot of other women and a lot of other creators, but also where this could go eventually, and not just as a one-off big event. No, I want to see where this could go long term. And I needed to get this vision out of my head and onto paper, because when something only lives in your head, it's so easy to doubt that idea. After that, I started building my presentation, and honestly, it took me way longer than I thought it would take me. A good 2 weeks before I was happy with the results, because I wanted to be strong enough to send to brands, because I didn't have creators yet, or I didn't have anyone that confirmed me. I didn't had any idea where I was gonna organize this event, what venue, if it was gonna be late at night, a dinner or a lunch. I didn't even had a date. So my presentation had to be all in. This was like my one shot to get it right. So I focused on what was solid already, if that makes sense, the ideas, the concepts, the value, but also the thing that brands could get out of this event if they participated in this. That presentation became my anchor pillar, even when everything else was still so uncertain. It started to feel kind of more real, because before it was just an idea, and now I had this presentation in front of me. I could see it come to life very, very slowly, of course. But it really helped me to anchor my idea down. And my dog is chewing on my sock. He has so many toys, but he loves to play with my socks. At first, I thought that I would start pitching to brands for the goodie bags, because I hope that I can find brands for the goodie bags that I can give them to the client, but also the creators and the women that want to be part of this, because it's just something nice. And also, it's a nice way to bring your brand into the spotlight so creators can share content in a very authentic way. And I started by doing that because here's my dog, Lou. I started by doing that because that's my job. That's what I'm used to doing. I'm a content creator. I'm a UGC creator. And although I don't pitch anymore, I don't reach out to brands anymore. That's what I used to do when I first started out. I'm used to sending out 100 pitches a week just to find brands to work with. So I started out with this, but I quickly realized that that was wrong. Although it felt safe, it was easier for me, it was a comfortable zone because I've been there before. I realized that what I did is I started pitching to brands, but I quickly realized that they already wanted a lot of things in return. They wanted to know, who are the creators, what can you give me in return, what are their analytics. So I realized that I had to take a step back, and instead of focusing on finding brands for the goodie bags, I started looking for a venue, because without a venue, I can have as many goodie bags as I want. There's no event. And that's when it hit me. I was pitching in the wrong order, so I had to pivot. I completely shifted my energy to finding a restaurant, a venue first, because without a space, there's no inner circle. I sent about 100 pitches in the first week and 50 in the second week. And I wanted to be very real with them, because this idea was very new. It was the first time that I was gonna try something like this. It is the first time that I'm gonna try something like this. There's nothing specific yet, but I wanted to be valuable. The things that I share in this email, in this pitch, in my presentation, I want it to be valuable and not just some random idea that I'm sharing. I wanted them to realize that this for me is a big thing. I don't take this lightly, if that makes sense. And for that reason, I wasn't really expecting any big results yet, to be very honest. Not so fast. But then in week 2, I got 2 positive emails back. I had a call with one of the restaurants yesterday and it went really positive. I have a really good feeling that this is gonna be a good match. There's nothing on paper yet, but I hope that we will get to this later this week. And this for me really gave me a huge pat on the back and a good feeling about, okay, what you're doing is something big. It's something real. So just trust the process a little bit more. And that moment alone, being taken seriously, really did something for me. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I'm at a really exciting point. I think I can almost say that I found the restaurant. I'm gonna have to move forward with finding creators because only then I can start pitching to brands and to share their details, to share their analytics, and to let them know what we could offer them in general. This week taught me something really, really important that I want to share with you. But you do not need to be ready to start. You do not need to have it all together to start. You just need to be delusional, a little delulu, and be flexible, be open. Think out of the box, write down your ideas, because a lot of the times if you have an idea, you keep it in your head, but if you write it down, it seems so much easier than it looks in your head. This is still early. It's still very fragile. I'm not there yet. I'm still becoming, but I wanted to share this part as well because this goes to show that growth and life in general is not linear at all. Anything meaningful in your life is never going to be linear. If you're also building something and it feels messy and uncertain and big and chaotic, you're not doing it wrong. You're just right in the middle of it. And that's what gives you these feelings. Next week, I'll share the next chapter of Building the Inner Circle, and I hope that I can bring you good news. Fingers crossed, I have a good feeling about this and we're gonna manifest it and we're gonna go for it. And if this resonated with you, let me know in the comments what you're currently building or what you're afraid of building because it's not ready yet. See you next week.